Well, it's about 2 days before spring, so I just wanted to show you what I'm planting at the moment. So I'm going to put in some cherry tomatoes, mint, rocket, silver beet. I've got this other silver beet too. It's called Bright Lights. It's just nice fancy colours. Actually tastes really good. Some dill, some flat leaf parsley, some gourmet mixed lettuce where you get heaps of these little nice leaf lettuce. It's just really good to pick at for your salads. Of course, the old basil. I've also got some cucumber. I'm going to try some zucchini as well. Little gem lettuce, some coriander. That's everyone's favourite, of course. Some baby spinach, some parsley, chive, shallots, kale. This is the curly kale. More cucumber there, dill, and there's more shallots there as well. So yeah, we've got plenty to put in. So I've got my grow cubes in a container. You can get these off our website. There's 70 grow cubes in there. Now, that doesn't really matter. You can just add water to start. After they get their first 2 seed leaves, you have to start adding nutrient then, or you can just add your nutrient now and just take it from your nutrient container and pour in and wet these down. Just make sure that they're entirely wet. You can see that there's no sort of white spots left there. That's nice and soaked. You can tip any excess water out, things like that. So really it's not a big flood in there, it's just all of them are perfectly soaked. And then we can start adding our seeds in. Now for me, I've said this several times before, my general rule of thumb, yours might be different, is if it's a bunched variety, just grab, I'm going to show you here. Yeah, so if it's a bunch variety, just grab a pinch. A pinch could be 6, it could be 10 seeds, and just pop in the hole. So this one's rocket, and as you know, when you buy rocket from the shops, it's a bunch variety. So nice little pinch there. Just remember too with your seeds, when you finish with them, seal them up again. Make sure you pop them back in the bag like I don't do sometimes, and then you forget what's what. And then stick it in the fridge. We'll put some mint seeds in. The mint seeds are one of the smallest seeds you can get. They're tiny little things. Don't know whether you can see those there, but yeah, look at the size of them, they're tiny. Now, same thing, a pinch, but it's going to be a small pinch because a big pinch is going to be a lot of mint. It's pretty hard to get these back in the bag here. Anyway, I'll do my best. And then try and keep track of which row you're using because some of these seeds are so small you can't see. Also, if you have any issues with the holes maybe closed up a little bit in here, here's a good example here. I've just got, just poke it with a pen or pencil, or I've just got a little screwdriver tip here and open it up. It's as easy as that. There's no need to cover these as well once you've got the seeds in. So all in all, they look pretty good anyway. So I'll continue on with those. When it comes time for something like your cherry tomatoes, we only want 1 plant in there, of course, because a tomato plant is a tomato plant, not a bunch of tomato plants. I tend to just put 1 seed in. Now, as the seeds start to get a little bit older, if you feel the germination rate's not that good, these are fairly old now, I've got 2 seeds there, so I'm just going to pop them in 1 hole. And then what I'll do is as they grow, I'll pick out the weakest one if they both grow. So that way I'm pretty much guaranteed that I'm going to get a plant. Now when it comes time for, say, your silver beet, so you can get quite a big bunch out of 1 silver beet seed. Like I say, I'll probably put in a couple, maybe even 3 silver beet as well. Just get a nice bunch. They're a bit bigger, these seeds too, so they're nice and easy to handle. We'll just pop, well, there's about 4 or 5 in that hole, doesn't matter. Now, some basil. I love the sweet basil, it grows really fast. And when you like your basil pesto, you tend to grow quite a bit of this stuff. There we go, same deal. Nice and easy to handle, these ones. Just get a pinch, like I say, probably 6 to 10 seeds. They're really fast to germinate too, basil seeds. As with most things hydroponics, they You know, if you can get some good seeds, they'll germinate fast and then they just take off once you just chuck them in the system. Dill will be a pinch of seeds as well, great for your fish dish. Chives are another favourite as well. They grow all year round, pretty much like any of these here. Some people tend to mark or label where each seed goes in and what it is, but I tend not to worry about it anymore. I'm probably too lazy. Plus it's pretty easy to work out what it is when it starts to germinate as well. That being said, if you do, say, have a row of seeds in here, and then the rest of them germinate and then that row doesn't, if you can't remember what it was, then you're probably going to use the same seeds again, which I am definitely guilty of. I've got this baby leaf spinach as well. They're really good. Just chuck them straight in your salads because they'll be a bit of a bunch as well. I'll probably only chuck about, say, half a dozen seeds in each one. I've also got some of these Seed Mart really good seeds, and these ones are kale, so I'm pretty sure they're Tuscan black. Doesn't actually say on here, but yeah, I do like the Tuscan black. Great for juices as well. Whoops, I've got a fair few there. Look at that, nice seed. Kale, about 3 seeds per hole, because they do get quite large, these bunches. Well, there's about 6 in there, so it could be a nice big bunch, that's for sure. Then we get to our lettuce. Now, because this is an actual head of lettuce, or a head lettuce, called Little Gem, we only want to put 1 seed in. Like I said before, if you're unsure about the seed quality and you just want to ensure that you get that germination, you can pop in 2 as well and then just pinch out the weak one later. You can see there, nice little seeds. Just remember, it's not a good idea to plant your iceberg lettuce if you're in, say, Queensland in the middle of summer. You can grow them all year round in Victoria, pretty much. It's like if you've got an oak leaf or a coral lettuce as well, just use 1 or 2 seeds, pinch out the weakest if they both come up. We got some curly kale this time, so I'm not the biggest fan of curly kale, but I just really enjoy growing it. Curly kale, I'll put in about 3 or 4, just a small pinch. I didn't really plan this too well because I'm not quite sure what how many I'm going to put in of each, but anyway, we'll work it out. I've got to try my sweet million cherry tomatoes. I'll do a video on tomatoes as well. I've got a nice plant growing over the back over there on how to keep them pruned for best results. Well, my best results anyway. So you do 1 in each hole. I think I just put about 3 in one hole, but you only need 1 in each hole. Dill, just a pinch as well. Now with dill, I like to make it probably about at least 10 and get a really nice big bunch. I'll drop seeds all the time and then I get them growing. I've actually got rocks on the ground. You can probably hear them crunching under my feet. Just like this coriander underneath my small salad table. It's just growing. I keep treading on it, it keeps coming back. Good old flat leaf parsley. It's my favourite. Favourite of the parsleys, not favourite. Just a pinch of your parsley. Oh, and there we go. As I said, coriander. Might get a bit of rain here soon. You can hear the thunder in the background. Those seeds. Probably about, just pop in probably half a dozen or 6. Whatever floats your boat. They even smell good when they're seeds. And then there's no better smell where I am here is when we're harvesting coriander on the farm and the wind's blowing down to the house. It's just super duper. Cucumber, I'm only going to use one seed in each for the cucumber. And then I'll grow these against the, or up the trellis on the large salad table. I'll do 2 plants. And that should last ages. Now the roots in the salad table can become quite big from things like your cucumber plants and your tomato and any vine crops. So I've got a video out there on how to trim the roots or how to reduce the chances of an overflow, and a couple of good tips on that. I've got some kale seeds that are probably, oh, maybe 5, even 6 years old, and they're still germinating quite well, so I'm going to continue to use them. I bought about a kilo tin of them a few years ago, and I have got maybe 990 grams left. Now with the kale, whoop, I've probably got about 1 or 2 in the hole there, but I'm aiming for about 3. And we got one of my favourites, because the gourmet mixed lettuce leaves, you just pick at these all the time and they just continue to grow. And you just keep chucking them in your salads or just eat it. And quite often I'll just come up here and have a bit of a feed, or straight off the table. And see a couple of different colours in there, so you might get some red lettuce and some green lettuce. So. Now with the mixed lettuce leaves, I'll chuck in maybe 4 or 5, maybe half a dozen in each hole as well. You can pretty much eat them about 2 weeks after you plant the seedling in your salad table. They're really fast to grow. And there you go, some more seeds in the grow cubes ready to go. Give them a few days to germinate, and probably about 2 to maybe 3 weeks. With this weather, it's just beautiful at the beginning of spring, and we'll be planting these in the salad table. Just keep them moist with a bit of nutrient-rich water. Straight out of your salad table is fine. I use full strength right from the start. That is 2.5 ml of A and 2.5 ml of B per litre of water. It's working fine for me. It has done over the years. Try and give these some sun right from the start. You know, a handy place would be on your kitchen windowsill where there's a nice little bit of sun coming through in the morning. I personally give mine full sun from now. It's underneath this 30% shade cloth, so it does give it some sort of protection, not a lot, and I still get very, very good germination rates as well. So if you've got any questions or comments, please leave them down below, and I'll get back to you. Cheers.